Happy Thursday, YouTube family. Today I am back with some 4 boring jobs that you can make a decent amount of money. So go grab your coffee and your tea and notepad and let's take some notes and we're going to dive right into it. Y'all know, hey, you got this. You have to speak life over yourself. You got this. I know you're going through some hard times, some of y'all, but you got this. You just got to keep believing. You got this. So the first job that we're going to talk about is Reliance metric. I believe that with some people, they're going to say that this is a boring job because you basically just inputting information, and they're seeking absent management specialists to work from home. And when we scroll down, we're looking for the salary here. The salary is $24 an hour. And basically, you're going to investigate claims issues, providing resolution with departmental and regulator guidelines. You're going to accurately code all system files with correct financial, diagnostic, and duration information. You're going to contribute to customer service, quality, and performance objective, as well as responsible for managing performance, guarantee clients, and meet target metrics. And then this job only requires a high school diploma or GED, bachelor degree preferred. They want you to also have Microsoft Office experience. Remember, go to Microsoft 365 training where you can learn it for free. They're looking for someone that's its attention to details, analytical skills, and the ability to collaborate with others and work independently, as well as organization skills and then written and verbal communication skills. And again, the salary is $24 an hour. And the great thing about it, they do offer 401k company match, as well as dental and vision coverage. And then they offer tuition reimbursement and continue professional education. And if this is something that you want to do, go ahead and apply. Remember, like I always say in these videos, explore within the company and see what other opportunities that they have available. This is job number 1. Now, job number 2 is with the company Alliance World Vision Institution. And they're seeking, when we scroll down, donor eligibility coordinators to work from home. And this is a full-time position. And when we scroll down, the salary, they do have a state hiring restriction listed. So if you're in these states, they're going to pay anywhere between $20 to $20.81 all the way up to $23.87 an hour. And if you live in these states here, you're going to be paid $21.90 an hour all the way up to $25.13 an hour. And if you live in this state, anywhere between $23.21 an hour all the way up to $26.64 an hour. And again, you live in these states, the pay is $24.09 all the way up to $27.64 an hour. I think it's really good money, especially when you're working from home. And the great thing about it, they offer health, dental, vision, paid time off, employee assistance program, as well as life insurance and referral program. That's a way of making extra money too, is when you refer people to the company and they work 90 days or 3 months, you can get an extra bonus, which is great. So basically, you're going to obtain and review donor records, including but not limited to medical records, gross and final autopsy reports, donor risk assessment interviews, recovering documentation, screening information, going over the disease test results, laboratory and culture reports. And then if we go down a little bit further, you're going to also determine donor eligibility safely, consists with LWBI, internal goals and metrics. And then when we go down here a little bit further, when they talk about traveling, I would say discuss that in your interview and see what they have to say. And again, they want you to have a social degree in science, nursing, or other healthcare related field is preferred, meaning if you have it, that's great. If you don't worry about it. 1 or 2 years experience in a related field may be substituted for education. And they want you to have knowledge of strong verbal, written, and analytical skills, computer skills, including Microsoft Office application like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. And they want you to also to be able to manage both time and the constraint to manage multiple priorities too as well. And you must possess knowledge of medical terminology. But you have to understand, when you don't understand all this stuff, you're going to have to learn to research and teach yourself. You got to learn as you go. That's what's a lot of problem with people facing, is they think that everything's going to be perfect. You got to learn as you go. And if this is something that you want to do, you just want to scroll down like I'm doing, or you can go all the way up and apply for this job. All you need to do is click right here where it says apply. This is job number 2. Now, job number 3 is with this company, Sarnova. They're seeking claims resolution specialist, digital tech computer to work remotely. Now, they do not list the salary, so I take it upon myself to research. And as you can see on the screen, I'm just giving you the idea of what you can make. 42K, between 42K and 60K per year, that is around $20 to $29 an hour. You're not going to really know what you're going to make until you go into an interview and you negotiate your salary. But I did my research, and that's what you need to do, is do your research so you kind of get an idea of how much this job pays. And when we go in a little bit further, dive in a little bit further, go all the way here and see what you're going to do. The great thing about here, we're just going to, in this role for Digitech, you are the brand ambassador for their clients and the patients that they serve. You impact your line of business by ensuring all insurance rules, regulation, and timely filing limits are adhered to, and identify the issues and address issues and found a resolution. And then when they break it down, this role is a remote work from home position. The claim resolution specialist will work Mondays through Fridays, standard business hours. The team works on an Eastern time schedule. Equipment is provided. Let me repeat myself again. Equipment is provided, but the use of a personal phone will be required to place outbound calls to insurance carriers. So again, when they break it down, you're going to work with claims that are pending, are unable to be released, or have been denied or incorrectly paid by insurance carriers. A lot of people don't like being on the phone. A lot of people don't like dealing with insurance carrier. And that's why I say it's a boring job to a lot of people, because sometimes when you're doing verifying insurance, you could be on the phone for 30 minutes to an hour. And a lot of people don't like that. I love doing that because that's what I used to do in the past. I'd rather do this than having calls coming back to back. So that's why I say can be considered a boring job for some people. You're going to review claims that have been put on hold, working to identify cases or causes and address issues causing them to remain on hold. You're going to work denials, aiming to identify why claims have been denied and handle follow-up accordingly. And then you're going to handle all correspondence via mail, email, and any necessary refunds. And you're going to perform other duties as assigned by management. Now, they want you to have a knowledge of Microsoft Outlook, Word, and Excel. You have to type 40 words per minute. I always talk about going to officialtypingtest.com, where you can practice your typing and data entry for free. I tell y'all to go to Microsoft 365 training, where you can learn Word and Excel. Or if you put it in search bar and add video at the end of it, there's going to be tons of videos, tons of people teaching you Word and Excel. And then being able to handle a large volume of work while meeting tight deadlines, and excellent attention to detail. If this sounds like something that you're able to do, click right here where it says apply. This is job number 3. Now we're down to job number 4, which is the same company, but a different title. They're seeking billing representative. It's going to be heavy phones, fully remote, in the digital tech. They do not list the salary, so I research. According to Glassdoor, the salary is $46,300 a year. That's $22 an hour. Again, like I always say, you do your research. That's what I'm doing. When I want to apply for a job and they don't list the salary, I want to kind of get an idea if this is going to be enough to pay my bills. So I go and research. But again, you won't know exactly how much you get paid until you go through an interview, but you have to negotiate your salary at all times necessary. And when we dive in a little bit deeper, they're seeking a billing representative to handle patient calls that come into their call center line. This position is part of a remote call center and requires an individual who demonstrate being professional, empathy and accountability, and ability to stay calm under pressure and handle large call volumes. This is a full-time permanent position. Now, when you dive a little bit deeper, this is a remote work from home position, Mondays through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Full training provided. They're going to train you. Some knowledge of insurance billing is a plus, but you're going to go through some training. And it talks about you're going to answer heavy call volumes in a remote call center environment, answer patient questions, and address concerns in a friendly and empathetic manner. You're going to forward calls as necessary to alternate billing departments. You're going to follow through with all requests, which may require calling alternated parties, emailing, or faxing. Information skills, experience required. Now, again, all these jobs you're seeing, you have to know Outlook, Word, and Excel. All you have to do is put this information into Google and add video at the end of it, and there's going to be tons of video. I'm going to show you how to do that. A minimum of typing of 40 words per minute, some knowledge of insurance billing, must be a quick learner and willing to ask questions, able to handle large volumes of work while meeting tight deadlines, excellent attention to detail and accuracy. So if this sounds like something that you're able to do, you click right here where it says apply. This is job number 4. Again, these are considered boring jobs. Now I'm going to show you here. If I wanted to know how to do something, I love to research. That's why I do really well, because I like to research. I can put down, say for example, PowerPoint. We're going to type in PowerPoint videos. Add videos at the end of it. Okay? Did I tell you? It's going to be a whole bunch of videos that's going to appear. There's people going to teach you. Some of these people are spending 2 hours teaching you how to do PowerPoint. So it's not no excuse not to learn how to do this. Now, when I type in official typing, tell you all the time, this is a free place where you can learn your typing for free. There's a whole bunch of things that you could do, but I choose officialtypingtest.com. So all you have to do is go to officialtypingtest.com. Now, you could practice your 10 key and your test. I'm going to go right here. This is the paragraph test. A lot of y'all need to practice so you can get your speed up. You can choose 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute. It is up to you. You can also do on time. But if I choose 1 minute, this is what the paragraph test look like. It is not going to start until you press your first test. I mean, the test will not begin until you press your first key. Now, if I was going to do 10 key, which is data entry, keying and putting information into a spreadsheet, you have a choice to do numbers and symbols, or you have a choice to do numbers only. So I'm going to choose 1 minute. This is the numbers and symbols look like. Again, the test begins when you press the first key. And then zip code, 1 minute. This is what the test look like. This is all free. Okay, there's so many free testing or typing tests out here, but this is the one I like because you can practice your data entry and type in paragraph too as well. So take advantage of this. This information is in the YouTube description bar. Remember, every job that I list is under the YouTube description bar. Every job. All you have to do is click on the video, and it takes you, when you scroll down and say links to the jobs, you click on that link, it's going to take you to every job that I mentioned in all of my videos. Okay, now if you come across and it says, oops, don't get in panic mode. The job is gone. You know, all you need to do is explore within the company and see what other opportunities that they have available. And I'm going to show you how to explore within the company. I just want to get you to understand that if I go here, and I copy and paste this, and I open up another tab, and I bring up this job. This is what you're missing out. A lot of people do not explore within the company and see what other jobs that they have available, okay? There's different other jobs that you can look at. You can go back. If I go back, let me just say, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to bring this job up. You can say, join our team. And when you go to join your team, it just give you a little bit of information, like a positions available nationwide. They're hiring nationwide. But you can scroll down, or you can go into where it says about. Sometimes it has careers, or we might have to go in here and hit join our team. And you can search open jobs, and you scroll down. I always like to put in remote. You know, you don't have to put in remote. You can just scroll down. Here's a remote opportunity. The claim resolution specialist, we went over that, is remote. Hybrid means you go into the office like maybe 2 days or 3 days, and the other half you work from home. But my channel is all about remote jobs, so you need to focus on the remote here. And you just keep scrolling. They have insurance billing, Medicare. You can apply for that. You click right here. So again, just explore within the company. You're missing out. Billing, that's what we talked about a few minutes ago, billing representative to work remotely. They also have client relationship manager, CRM. That's remote. All you have to do is click on it, and it will bring you to apply. It will give you information about the opportunity. That's all you have to do. Okay? You can go ahead and do that. So take advantage of this. You just follow the steps, put your email, hit next, and I'm telling you, it worked. I applied for a couple jobs, and within 2 days, I got an email saying, hey, we like your resume. We want to take you to the next level here. So it really works. Remember, when you scroll down and you see this, This means that this application is ATS, which stands for applicant tracking system. So you need to make sure your resume is optimized. So if your resume is optimized and you copying information on this application, then you already know that your application is going to pass the ATS. So I'm just trying to give you that information here. Now, y'all know that if this video has been helpful thus far, I want you to hit that like button as well as leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel, trying to build a community where we can uplift and encourage one another on our job search and everyday life. And if you want to be a part of the ride, you got to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to share these videos on your social media platforms so more and more people can see what I have to offer each and every single day. Yeah, I just gave you 4 boring jobs that a lot of people consider that it's boring. And I show you how to do your research where you can learn and educate yourself. Nobody is no better than you. A lot of people are just looking at YouTube University and they studying, they're educating themselves. A lot of people may be going to the library and they just searching for things in order to take them to the next level. You have to speak life over yourself. I keep saying this all the time. A lot of people just don't encourage themselves. They don't believe in themselves. And your competitors are moving up because they have confidence. You got to pray and ask God for confidence. I can pray for you all day, but you got to believe that I have confidence. You have confidence that you're going to get that job. I get it. It's hard out there, but God is harder. He will provide for you. You just got to keep pushing. You got to get out of here and make it happen. A lot of times you in that comfortable lane, you on the sideline, you scared to get in because you're scared that you're going to get rejection. You're scared that your resume, they're not going to accept you. You don't want to hear the word no. That's a part of life. No doesn't mean no, it means next opportunity. Rejection is good, but you're going to have to apply for multiple positions. You can't apply for just one job and say, oh, it's not working and call a day and quit. Anything that's worth having in life, you're going to have to put in the work. You cannot take the elevators. You're going to have to take the stairs. That means you're going to have to put in the work. But a lot of times people think, hey, because God whispered this in my ear, it's not meant. It is meant. You just got to figure out what you need to do. That's all you have to do. You got to figure out what you have to do. If you're having a hard time finding a job, you need to sit back and say, how is my resume? Is my resume optimized to the jobs that I'm applying for? Is I'm applying for jobs that I'm qualified for? What is I'm saying is I'm filling the application out right. Is I'm typing things in complete sentences. They look at that. A lot of times you're disqualified because you're not going into details. You're just saying, they ask a question, well, do you have a college degree? Yes. Instead of say, yes, I have a college degree. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. They want to see if you're able to go the extra mile, because if you're just saying no, that's the type of person they don't want on their company. See, you got to represent their company values. And that's why a lot of people are not getting the job. I told y'all I applied for 2 jobs, or maybe more than that. I applied for TELUS International, We Localize. I applied for those opportunities in Data and a Notion. And I got an email saying, hey, we love your resume. We want you to move to the next step. So I optimized my resume to the job post, and I'm telling you, it works. I've done it. It's not something I read through the book, and I'm just telling y'all, I've done it myself so I can come back and tell you that it works. I know how to do it. And when I went live a couple months, I sat down and I walked you through step by step of how to do it. I may end up going live again. I may end up offering one-on-one resumes again in the near future, where I walk you through step by step of what I did so you can get that. If you're interested in that, just comment below and let me know so I can start back doing the one-on-ones if that's something that you're interested in. But I want you to keep believing and keep pushing. You got to speak life. You got to hang around positive people. Some of y'all around people that's always fussing, always have something negative to say. And that's why you miss your blessing. You miss your blessing being around the wrong people. A lot of times I've talked to people in the past, they cannot move up because they're around negative people. But as soon as they get away from those type of people, then that's when their blessings start coming and happening. So sometimes when you're around the wrong people, your blessing, you cannot move up like you should. But hey, you got to stop procrastinating. Being a procrastinator, be a doer, and stop being on the sideline and get in the game and apply for these jobs. Rejection is a part of life. Like I always say, you're going to go through that. You know, life is like a roller coaster. One minute you're going up and going to different bumps. But remember, when that roller coaster goes through all those twists and turns, when it get closer to the end, it is a smooth sailing. So you have to realize that you go through things in life for a reason. And once you go through the things, at the end, you will win. So keep pushing, keep believing, and trusting God. And He has an opportunity out there for you. You just got to take action today. Share this information with everyone you know that could benefit from what I'm discussing in these videos. I'm here to help you. That's all. I'm here to help you. Again, if you are interested in doing one-on-ones with me where we go over resumes, where I look at your resume, show you how to optimize your resume to the job, comment below. I'm thinking about starting that again, but I just want to see who's all interested in it. It's going to be a pay, but I'm just commenting below if you're interested in it so I can know. And also let me know which job that you're interested in, which boring job that you're interested in applying for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.